Abadabid. Welcome back. So I've gotten a lot of questions about the domes since many of you discovered my channel through the interview story with Michael from his channel. And thank you for your interest. And for some of you have contacted me, and I've sent you by email information. It's a 3-page breakdown of costs. So I'm just gonna continue showing you what I can so you can understand what's involved with building domes. And I found some old footage miraculously of when I built these domes here in the Philippines on the Marble Island. And these domes are made with a marble gravel. Got animals here. A crushed marble gravel, which any crushed stone, small size, can work. But I can also ship the stone in sacks. So anyway, let's just get to showing you some of the footage and walk you through the process so you have a better understanding of what's involved. This is our first day of plastering. It's a air release valve, if you call it that. And here's where the air is being blown in. The blower unit, it's under the tarp. And that area that's tied up is where you actually crawl inside during the setup. So we're getting close to lunchtime, where we're about at the 6-foot mark of the vertical wall section, which is the most difficult area to plaster. These guys are experienced plasters, and some of them are having a hard time a little bit, and everybody's kind of figuring it out and learning. And I was learning also, since my experience was with shotcrete, not applying by hand. And here I am, I'm just using gloves on this section, which worked just great. You could pretty much just pile the plaster right on and use your hands. It was actually very fast, and I could get the cement under the steel. You can see we have some little spacer blocks there to make sure that that steel's not right up against the balloon, because we want to encase the steel. So every project, there's something to learn. And in all, we built 3 domes on this house site. 2 domes central to the home, and another dome as a garage. So here we are, finished for the day. Looks like this might have been even the second day. So the second day goes faster. and didn't even take all day actually. These guys showing their technique. Since they're doing cement block walls most of their adult lives, they found some good ways to adhere the plaster to the wall. And we found that mixing the cement by hand was best versus a machine. It's the beautiful view, this place. This is the little native house that I first constructed on the building site, and lived in it for about 2.5 years actually. So here we go. A great sense of completion with the first dome, a success. And here it is, still under pressure, where I would be turning it off sometime that day, and in the morning spraying it down, keeping the cement moist.
So we had 3 days. 1 day of steel, some more steel in the morning, and we did our rough plaster. And yesterday we did the final plaster, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Skipping ahead to the second dome, well underway. You could tell that was the first day, and this looks like it could already be the second day, but it's probably not. It's later that morning, so they sort of did a one layer on the vertical, like a thin layer on the steel, and then now they're filling it in. There's a bit more cement on the bottom. Really want it to stick. Yeah, it's definitely the first day on this dome. And we're getting about lunchtime there. It's one of my curious neighbors. We call him Tarzan. He's a badass on the chainsaw. Real character. This is my first time working with a Filipino crew. And this man is a neighbor of mine. I call Kuya Carling. Kuya is for big brother. He's a serious guy. He was never in the military, but sure acts like it. Very serious guy. A good man and very hard worker. This man did not say a word to me in the 2 days, I guess, 4 days of working. I don't think his English was very good, so he's maybe a bit shy. So this was a great feeling of accomplishment for me to walk through the buildings, and for 20-foot diameter dome, it feels very spacious. That 13.5-foot lofted ceiling, the large openings overlooking the ocean. So here you can see some of the steel is exposed. This is before the finish plaster is applied on the inside. I actually ended up doing it all myself. Each dome took me about a week. So you don't have to plaster the ceiling. It's really more, you can see the vertical and then a bit of the transition only. And I'm okay with kind of a rough plaster, sort of a wavy pattern, looking more like a cave. I'm not really proficient with cement to make it perfectly smooth, and I didn't really care for it that way. But a professional mason, or a mason as we call them in the Philippines here, would do a perfect job. So all the electrical is already in. It's very easy just to set the conduit in with the steel before you plaster, so that's all in place. Plumbing would already be in place in the concrete slab foundation. Some archival photos. This is part of the the cleanup rough out before installation of the doors. So this concludes this video, and check back for more. I hope you're inspired, interested in building domes for yourself. Thanks for watching.